All right, and good morning. It's Jennifer Britton. I want to welcome you to the Quarterly Review Touch Point. Really excited to launch into this month's community call. We're going to be exploring some questions that are actually supplementary to the Coaching Business Builder and PlanDoTrack. They come from an article I wrote last month, and it's going to give us an opportunity to stop, pause, reflect, and take stock of where you are in your business. I'll just invite you to grab a notebook of any sort. I've got a couple different ones on the go here. If you do have your Coaching Business Builder or PlanDoTrack, please feel free to grab that. You may want to use some of the notes sections to take your notes on these 17 questions. I'll include a link to the original article I had written for Coaching Tools Company around this topic. And for those of you that are coaches, you might find that building in for your clients a quarterly review day, an hour, a half an hour can be valuable. If you're listening to this as a recording, you'll see how valuable it can be to have an on-demand process. And I'm hoping that we're going to keep this to about 30 minutes. So with that, let's go. I'm going to be including, again, 17 questions for you to consider as you think about your work, your business right now. We are just stepping into April, the month of April 2019, and so we're wrapping up quarter one, stepping into quarter two. With that, I'd like you to take a minute and a bit. We're going to do about 50, a little bit more than 50 seconds. We're going to do a minute 20 per question because we've got 17 questions today. Take a moment now and please make note of all your major accomplishments, achievements this quarter. Looking back, what have you done? All right, you'll hear this bell several times as we go. We're going to shift gears, and part of what many of you are using as a coach is probably the Wheel of Life. As you consider your goals and resolutions at the start of the year, how are you doing on these on a 1 to 10? Take a moment to take a look back at your goals. How are you doing with those goals you set out at the start of the year? And take another minute to just keep noting anything else that's important as you consider your goals for this year. If you've been looking at one area, move to another area. What might you want to focus on? What needs attention? Okay. So we're going to move to the next question. And I'd like you to think about what are the things that are becoming new habits or things that you can check off. There might be some things as you look at your achievement list, at your goal list, things that are actually really on target now and might be able to be let go of. Take a minute to note down your habits. Okay. On the same vein, we're going to move into another question, and I'd like you to look back at your original plan for the year. What are some of the goals which need to be adjusted or let go of? Be vigilant, be honest. Is there anything that you need to let go of, adjust, or tweak? Take a minute to look at those. So, our next question. What do you notice about your metrics? If you've been tracking your metrics, what do you notice? Maybe you've been tracking social media, maybe you've been tracking revenue, sales. What do you notice about your metrics? Take a moment right now, and if you want, also pause this if you're listening to this as a recording. If you have a team, take a moment now to notice some things about your team in terms of who they are, what's working, what's not. Okay. We're going to shift gears once again. New question. A thing that's helped you be most successful. As you think back to this past quarter, what has really helped you be successful? Okay. Next question. We're going to now think about what has helped you be happiest. Not just successful, but what are the things that have helped you be happy? We know that happy people are productive people. And next question. What has helped you be healthiest? We often rely on ourselves as a solopreneur. What's helped you be healthy? Okay. Another question here. Let's think about what you notice about your work, your productivity, your results, or even your relationships. What are the things you notice about these four areas? Maybe put a word or two. So that's an interesting question, and spend a little bit more time if you need to. We'll take just a minute to wrap up with this in terms of note down anything you want. As you look back before we go to this current quarter, take note of any of the questions you just responded to. Okay. All right, so in our last few minutes here, we are going to start with this quarter. Looking ahead to this next quarter, April, May, June, or whatever quarter you're stepping into, what are your top 3 priorities? All right, next question, what are your goals? Not just your priorities, but what are your goals? Put those beside your priorities. All right. How will you know you've been successful? At the end of this quarter, how will you know you've been successful? What will success look like? All right, we are almost done. What do you need to think about? As you think about this quarter, what is important for you to think about? All right. So that just about wraps us up. We're going to take one more minute. And for this next quarter, I really want you to identify what else. What else is important? And then I'll take you through a little bit of planning and supports available to you. One more minute to capture anything. Maybe you want to create an icon or other. What is Q, the quarter, going to look like? All right. That is it for our 17 questions. Again, if you enjoyed this, I hope you'll check out the Coaching Tools article that was published earlier in 2019, which included all 17 of these questions. As you've seen, in a short span of about 30 minutes, you are able to zoom into what's important for you right now in this moment. I offer a number of different types of planning supports for you and your business, from PlanDoTrack.com, which is geared for virtual and remote team leaders, to the CoachingBusinessBuilder.com. And that includes both on-demand programs, the planner, as you can see here, as well as the Coaching Biz Growth Lab, which is actually a bi-weekly annual group. We meet all year long. We look at key issues for your business, not only do planning, but do some coaching and also help you get into action around what's important. The next call for the Plan Do Track Coaching Business Builder series is going to switch from planning and business development over to matrix teams. And we're going to be looking on Monday, April 29th at 11 a.m., navigating the matrix of virtual and remote work. Plan Do Track is part of the whole sort of ecosystem of virtual support, remote leadership support. And so with these calls, you'll see that there are some that are business development and some that are leadership development. Certainly, whether you are running a business, running a team, many of us are working across the matrix. We're leading with people or collaborating with people across the matrix. And this call is going to be useful for those of you that are working across distance. I'll be pulling on some of my writing from 2017, from Effective Virtual Conversations, as well as some of the tools that you can find in Plan Do Track, which is really geared for virtual and remote team leaders. If you are a virtual and remote team leader, check out section 1 of that workbook, where you will have a couple of assessments to be able to take stock of what you need in your world of virtual and remote work. If you want to stay connected, please do so. Facebook, Plan Do Track, and you might notice that every Wednesday I do a weekly journaling or planning hack. think we're moving into week 8 right now, and they're short things you can do to boost your productivity. If you're more interested in business and leadership growth, teamwork, really moving things forward on a regular basis, check out the 90 Days PlanDoTrack series over on Instagram at Coaching Biz Builder. And almost every day, not quite every day, but almost every day, I post a new question to get you thinking about things. Again, I'm Jennifer Britton. I want to thank you for investing 30 minutes of your time today to focus in on what's important to you. Share this resource with others. Let people know about the planners and workbooks. And most importantly, if you're enjoying it, please share that with others on Amazon. Take care, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye.